Bartlett here, and today I am going to give you an overview of TubeBuddy, and I'm going to share with you the top 5 things that I use and love about TubeBuddy. Now, if you're unfamiliar with TubeBuddy, I'm not an affiliate. You can just go to tubebuddy.com. It is an extension that has a free plan for your YouTube channel. And I would just want to share with you, I do have the Legend license, which is a paid license. So if you want these features, just know that's what I'm using here. And you can see here that you can actually get a help report of your YouTube channel so you can see how well your engagement is. You also have the Launchpad here. You have a competitor scorecard, search rankings, and all of that. This is really an in-depth tool. That's why I wanted to share with you my favorite parts of TubeBuddy. Okay. First, the canned responses. Now, I absolutely love this because it saves so much time. One of the best ways to get engagement on your YouTube channel is to comment or respond to the comments that your viewers are leaving. Now, to do this the manual way, you'd want to go into your videos. So I'm in my channel, I'm clicking on your videos, which takes me to YouTube Studio. And you can see here that I could go to community and I can respond manually to all of these questions. For example, let's say that I wanted to respond to this one here. I could simply click there and then, of course, respond. However, it does take a lot of time, and a lot of times you're telling them the same thing, right? So what TubeBuddy allows you to do with their extension is you can see this little TB here. You can click that drop-down menu, and then you will see the canned responses. So let's say that this person here says it's a great tutorial so far. However, Facebook is now having people set up data sets, won't let me set up the pixel yet. Any suggestions? So what I could say is if this was a negative response, I could respond to that. If they were saying something that I wanted to respond with thank you and invite them to open office hours, I could do that. If I didn't really understand the question, these are all just things that I have added myself. So if I wanted to say I needed more information, I can say that is hard to answer well in a comment, and then you can tag them. I suggest booking a private call or joining us for open office hours. You can see how quickly I could respond to that. So I could click reply and then move on to the next thing. So I would go here, let's say, thank you. And we could respond to that. That's really how fast that is. To create those canned responses, you just go into TubeBuddy and you can click here to add a canned response. You're going to give it a name. So let's say this is going to be my answer, my pleasure, right? So if they do say thank you, and I wanted to respond with my pleasure, I didn't actually have a canned response. So anytime that happens, just come in here, add a canned response, and then the next time you want to respond to that, you can. Now you'll see here that we have placeholders. So this is for the name. You saw in the comment there, when I click reply, if I wanted to say thank you, you see that this is pulling in their user for YouTube here. So you can tag them in that comment there in your canned response. So if I wanted to say my pleasure, then I would put the space holder there and then maybe exclamation point. And then maybe I want to invite them to our free community. If you have any questions, feel free to join our free community for open office hours 4 days a week. Then I'm going to put the link to the community. So very quickly, you can see here what I'm doing is I'm using my response to the comments to not only create engagement, but I'm also using the response to invite them to the free community. So we're using YouTube as the magnet for our business. When people engage, we want to continue that engagement. We want to invite them to our free community where they will also learn more about our business and then have even more access to us and our engagement. So I'm just going to go ahead and click save. If I go back to the YouTube comments, and if I wanted to respond to this person here with that comment, you'll see now it says my pleasure and it's tagging them in the comment there. I absolutely love that. Now, if you go into a video here, you'll see that we have the end screens and the cards. Now, these are really, really important. The end screens are those videos that pop up when your video is over and it suggests other videos. When you click into the video, you'll see this is basically what it looks like. So you can choose when adding your end screens, do you want to have this template here, and you can see it's going to choose the best video for the viewer on your channel that it thinks the viewer would like to see. You also have the playlist that you can add, and then you have the subscribe. So if I wanted to add elements, I could do this here. I could add another video. What you're doing is basically just for the last 20 seconds, you're setting a video placeholder there. What you can do is set all of this up exactly how you want it. And then all you need to do is click here, and then you now can use this video as a template for your other videos. So you can manually click there to add this template. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure to remove all of the end screens because I already have this set up. I'm going to say remove, but if you just wanted to add it, all you need to do is click there, apply selected end screens, and now you've copied everything from that previous video that you set as a template. Now the same thing with the cards. You can see that to create a YouTube card, you want to add the different sections here. And then you want to choose the placeholders or the places in the video that is going to show up. You can go through all of this for each individual video where you want the placeholders or the cards to appear, or you can do this one time and click here to set this as a template. And then every video that you want to add this same card template to, all you have to do is click in the cards, go to apply template. And again, because I already have it here, I'm going to check this box, but normally you would not. And then now I can copy all of these cards that I have in this video, and then I can copy it to this. So now you can apply the template to each individual video. You also can go to the bulk edit. So let's say that I just started using TubeBuddy. I didn't even know that I could add in screens and cards, and I wanted to go back and update all of my videos. What you'd want to do is select all of these here, and then you can go to where it says bulk and miscellaneous tools. And now you have all of these bulk options that you can select. Do you want to find and replace any text? Maybe you have a link that was broken, or maybe you had something in your description that you were offering that you no longer offer. You can select this option here. You can add thumbnail overlays. The main things that I use here are copy bulk cards and copy end screen. So I'll show you what that looks like. If I wanted to take that template that I created and I wanted to add that to all of my videos, I would select that template here. And then you'll see it's pulling in all of my videos. I would click continue. Now it's loading all of the cards here. We have selected the 5 of the 5 cards. I would want to click continue. Do you want to see a full list of all of your videos, a list by video ID, all the videos within a playlist, and so on? You can click continue here. And then now what it's going to do is pull in all of your videos. And once it does that, you can click continue, and then it will copy all of those cards to all of your videos so you don't have to manually go in and do each one. That is so time consuming. Now, the next thing is those end screens. You could do this individually for each one, or you could create the template using TubeBuddy, and then you could add the bulk cards here. So let's go ahead and select all of our videos, and we'll go back to the bulk and miscellaneous. Let's go ahead and skip upgrading. You can see that you can choose multiple different end screen templates if you want to. So I have 2 of them here. You just choose the template. You want to click continue, and then you'll see here that you select the templates, click continue, and then you're going to choose the videos that you want the end screens to be copied to. Of course, you'll click continue, and then it will update all of those videos. So back inside of TubeBuddy, if you go to the Launchpad, you'll see that once you've uploaded a video, go through upload checklist according to whatever TubeBuddy thinks that you should do. So let's choose a video. So now we have this video, and we can choose the actions to perform on the video. Do we want to run best practices, find growth opportunities, or generate an upload checklist? Let's just do all 3 and click process. So you can see over here, we have 10 steps to this checklist. We have best practices that it recommends, and then we also have opportunities that it has found. So we can go through the checklist, and you can see that the first step of this checklist is to create a great headline. And it even gives you pointers here. Always represent your content accurately, offer keywords first, branding at the end for serial content, add episode number to the end of the title, upload video titles so they continue to grab views. Now, once you have done that, you can go ahead and click mark complete. and then move on to the next step in the checklist. This one is for the description. It tells you about how to add descriptive tags, create a custom menu thumbnail here. You want to set your monetization. You add your info cards that I showed you how to add. You want to add your video to a playlist. You also have the engage with the video, so get the conversation started. Be the first to comment on your video, like your video, get your friends and colleagues to engage early, meaning you want to share those on different platforms and share it to your list. Of course, promote across different videos, so you can check that out there. Also share on your social media. So these are some great practices every time you upload a YouTube video. And you'll see here that it's found the three that it does not see that you've done, and then it gives you these opportunities as well. You can go to TubeBuddy.com to sign up for that. Now, if you're a member of our program, you can go into the dashboard, go to the community tab. You want to click on today's date, and you'll be able to join me and our community to ask any questions in open office hours. If you are in our free community, same thing. You just want to go to the community, go to the events calendar, go to today's date, and you can access the Zoom link there. If you're not a member of our program or our free community, you can go to myvisionagency.com. You can choose this option here to join our reseller program for free. If you are not a high-level customer, you can actually create your high-level account here. If you're a current high-level customer, you can join our reseller program here to add our AI ads and sales bots to your high-level account. You also can choose our software bundle if you are not interested in reselling software, but you want to take advantage of all of our amazing tools in one place. You can join our free community here or book a private call with me if needed. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Go make your vision a reality. Bye.